little bit of my story. When I studied in Japan, when I was young, I fascinated design by Milan group called Memphis. That's why I came to Milan, and I met George Salem, who was one of the founders of Memphis. So my career in Italy started. Talking about 30 years ago, so we decided to implement 3D CAD system that was not yet common in the product design industry. So there are no design studio had a 3D CAD system at the time. Then having 3D CAD system called Pro Engineer at the moment, then always my turn to handle the technologies, but I had no experience. So George called his Olivetti engineer friends, because George was many years worked as a design consultant for Olivetti, so he knew many people. By working with them, I learned also product development, engineering to the plastic, how to make internal structures, how to assemble, or how to make fixing system, and many other things. So more or less in this way I formed my basis for the work that I still do today. 2000 I opened my own studios, Happy Design, and I started collaborating with Fratelli Guzzini to design their household appliances. The first coffee machine I designed was a Guzzini machine in collaboration with Lavazza, who is the #1 coffee beans company in Italy. There was old Lavazza machine that needed to use common component to facilitate the project. Then I analyzed and moved some components to have a water level window that you can see from the front. A small invention, but the invention pleased Guzzini and also the factory. The factory that worked for Lavazza, they had its own product lines. So one day they called me and asked me to design their product as well. And then they said to me that they had never seen a designer that also understand technical problems. A job well done called another job. It's a good thing for designers. The factory was called SGL. Was one of the company of the group of coffee makers companies that includes NECTA. NECTA was one of the leader companies in a vending machine and automatic coffee machine. The manager of NECTA saw the coffee machine I designed for SGL, as he informed from the SGL that I was involved also product development. And then that manager called me to ask to design their automatic coffee machine. And near Milan, there are many companies that produce coffee machine. It's because the first espresso machine born in Milan about 120 years ago. Then here is the culture and tradition of espresso coffee. And after the experience with the NECTA, a president of the coffee machine company sent me an email and asked me if I'm interested to designing their professional coffee machine. So I started to work for Carimali, one of the leaders of the coffee machine sector. So working with companies like Guzzini or Carimali that have over the 100 years history makes me very happy and proud to work with a brand that stands for Made in Italy.